At this hour, American and coalition forces are in the early stages of military operations to disarm Iraq, to free its people, and to defend the world from grave danger. More than 35 countries are giving crucial support, from the use of naval and air bases, to help with intelligence and logistics, to the deployment of combat units.
Hello all and welcome back to the channel. Here is the next video in the series for the M2A2 Bradley from Tongde. Here we're just going to do some basic upgrades. I don't like how it comes out the box with the metal wheels and tracks all shiny, but we can easily remedy that. What I'm also going to do is upgrade some really basic points on the tank. Stuff that you can do at home with nothing more than a screwdriver and maybe a tin of spray paint or your airbrush or whatever you can get hold of. This video is just showing some basic upgrades without any specialist knowledge, without any specialist tools, just so that it's a really good, useful point for beginners or anyone at any level, or perhaps learn something new. Anyway, but let's crack on. As you can see here, the top's been cracked off with 4 screws that hold on underneath, and we're going to take all those wheels and sprockets. You need an Allen key. I can't remember what size it was, but it's nothing weird. Just be careful as you take these off. I did find out that they've got double bearings in, and they do fall out sometimes quite easily, so make sure you don't drop any. If they do fall out, put them in a box, put them somewhere safe. I won't show you the whole process of taking every wheel off. This is just a quick sample. I'm sure you can figure out how to take wheels apart. They do come with separately fitted rubber tyres, which is a nice. They did on that Centurion as well, which I'd really appreciate on models. Here you can sort of see what we're aiming at. These are the only 2 electrical bits which I'm going to do on the tank. Firstly is put a Y lead in for Tamiya connectors. 2 reasons. One, the lead's a little bit short to change the battery if you want to take it out rather than charge it in the IFV and the Bradley. And if you put a Y-shaped one, there's enough room in the back to put another battery in, so you could up from 1800 to sort of 3600 milliamp hours. It's not going to ruin the voltage, it's not going to break the tank, it's going to give you a bigger battery to play with. The tank does run okay with that extra weight in the back, it's no real problems, and because it's got a magnetic door on the back, it doesn't seem to fall out. Here you can see the £11 speaker which I put in, the upgraded speaker, and how the batteries sit, and you see you've got one at the top, one at the back, and that gives you plenty of running time. What is nice, you've got a nice torsion bar suspension. Here you can see you've got to prime them. I tried painting them straight on, it didn't work. This is the paint I'm going to use for the tank, which is this British Gulf War paint from Hannants. I know it's not a British tank, but I really like the colour. It came out really well, especially on the base, as you can see here. I painted the accessories, I painted the wheels, and I painted the tank itself. It was just a really fine light coat, so I could use the pre-shading. Now, track blackening. You'll really enjoy this, and this is something I found on Centurion and my Tamiya King Tiger when I put metal tracks on. You spray them, it comes off, it looks a bit tacky. They're really, really bright and shiny, and that's what it looks like after you finish. Now, they're not gloss, like they're still wet from the process. So what we're going to do is we're going to chemical black them, and this is stuff you need. I will put a link in the description. It's from eBay, it's about 15 quid for half a litre, and you pour it out. I use one of these old Chinese receptacles, and you just drop it in. Now I have sped up the film, so I think it was about 2 minutes I left it in for. The longer you leave it in for, the darker it gets. The key is you've really got to make sure they're clean. I wash mine with Fairy Liquid and thinners before I put it in the system, because if it's got any water on anything, the chemical won't touch the metal, it won't darken it. And you can see, it says it's about 2 minutes in total left in for, but what you have to be careful is when you take it out, the chemical is still on the tracks, so you've got to wash it and I'll stop the process. I didn't, because I want them to go really dark black colours. You can see it's starting to go there. I'm going to leave it there just to drain, and you can see the first one, you can see they've got a lovely, lovely dark colour. They will wear, and it will get you some shine where it's touching the floor and things, but predominantly it's a lot more hard wearing than paint. It's a lot easier to do than paint. You just submerge it and they look absolutely fantastic when they're dry. I've never had a problem with that. So the next thing, I use this military green paint. It was about 9 quid or something from a local hobby shop. I had it lying around because the plastic accessory parts, the green ones, were quite shiny. I didn't like the green very much. Again, you don't have to do it, it's just something I do, and obviously the obligatory build sequence. Please, I've sped this up, there's only part of it. I was really impressed with the details on this. The amount of details. I said the only thing that let it down was you can't mix and match it, so it's all going to be the same compared to the next Bradley out the factory from Tongde. That's why I messed around with the Armoured Models stowage set. It was $19.99 I think, and then you get a load of different modern American stowage in it. Anyway, these are what the stowage sets look like, and you get different backpacks. There's a rifle bag, there's a Pelican case, there's a hold all, and they're really high detailed. I mean, someone who's actually half decent at figure painting will do a cracking job on these. I just generically tanned and olive drabbed them just to give them a bit of depth. I might put a bit of a panel line wash on them at some point, but I'm still unsure how far I want to weather this thing, as I'm not very good at weathering. I keep trying to learn new things, but I don't want to ruin it. They're the Pelican cases, and again, I quite like them. They're dense, they're tough, and you can see that's what I've done. I kind of glued it on sort of, and where I didn't like it, I put the Armoured Model stuff. These are the figures I got, or a figure I got, and it's absolutely amazingly detailed. It's absolutely brilliant, and for the price, I really can't complain. And it's just one Tank Commander figure, and again, I'm probably going to ruin that detail when I paint it. In fact, there it is. The one thing I hate about these Tongde tanks is these horrible stickers. Let's ditch them. They're absolutely terrible. They keep coming off. These are stencils from Forgebear. This is generic numbers. I think they're about £3 something. I got a German set as well for another project, but no good for this Bradley. This is how we use them. Just mask them off. I made a little chevron out of Tamiya tape. Chucked some black gloss on it, and that's what it looks like. Not a bad job, all in all. Let's summarise this new Tongde machine. So, it's £280 from Forgebear in the UK while he has them available. That's with metal tracks, sprockets and gearboxes. The upgrades that you saw would be £11 for the speaker and £3.50 for the stencils. I did use my own paint. You can use whatever you like. The upgrades from Armoured Models, it was $19.99 for the stowage set, and the American crew was $14.99. I will put all the links in the description so you can get your accessories and stowage, etc. So let's look at some of the pros and cons. Some of the highlights with this machine is we have the double bearings on all the road wheels and idler wheels. The Tongde board is massively improved compared to Centurion. We had no problems with this. And let's look at low lights. We've got no choice of the stowage. It's a poor fitment. You can't pick where it goes. It doesn't go flush against the body, and the speaker is particularly poor. But I say I upgraded this for about £11. Overall, I have to say this is packed with everything you could want. Turret rotation, the tow missiles go up and down. I had to do a bit of modification of that to get the door to sit properly. The barrel recoil works. It's very smooth, it's easy to drive, the tracks don't bind, everything's aligned really well. The only thing I have is sometimes the barrel sticks, as you just saw in the video there. You pull it forward and it works again. I assume that's just a bit of paint, and it'll be more reliable with time. Some things that I don't like is you can't turn indicators off when you turn left or right on a pivot turn. And like I said, I know some people have already said it's not quite in scale, but for me it's close enough. I don't like the Bradley, I'll say that here, and I'll stand by it. I don't like the Bradley as a machine, but I'm a big fan of this model. I think for the price, for what you get, it really is a new direction for the model tank community. Anyway, here's the final product. Please enjoy the videos. Please like, comment and subscribe. If you have anything you want to disagree with, anything you want to talk about, put it in the comments below. If you want to see other videos like this, or other reviews, or how to upgrade things, please leave a comment and I'll see what I can do. Other than that, here's the Tongde Bradley, and I'll see you next time.